Along with the Mini Electric, other rivals include the Renault Zoe, which has nearly double the driving range and a bit more interior space for a similar price. Two versions of the Honda E are offered. The entry-level car gets 134 brake horsepower, and prices start from just under £27,000 after the government grant is taken into account. The more expensive Honda E Advance gets some extra kit and a small power hike, and it costs around £2,500 more. The Honda E does have a rather short driving range compared to rivals like the Renault Zoe and the BMW i3, but it's on par with the Mini Electric and usefully better than the Smart EQ42. Honda claims between 127 and 136 miles on a charge, dependent on which size of wheel you go for, but we reckon 110 to 120 is more realistic in mild weather, and closer to 80 if it's cold or you spend a lot of time on the motorway. But standard DC rapid charging means the occasional long journey shouldn't be too far out of reach. Beware, however, that while Honda claims the E can charge at up to 100 kilowatts, it'll only do so for a short period of time, meaning an 80% charge is achievable in around 30 minutes. A 7.4 kilowatt home wall box will give you a full battery in under 5 hours. Cables for charging from a Type 2 and 3-pin sockets are included. The Honda plugs in through a socket on top of the bonnet, which is convenient for parking nose in or alongside a charger. You can preset the hours you want the Honda to charge using screens in the car, or a phone app that also allows you to control the interior temperature, check the car's location, send routes to the sat-nav, and more. Your phone can even double up as a key if you wish.
Happily, any compromises you might have to make with regards to range or practicality are quickly forgotten when you take a seat up front. Now, some people obviously are going to love the simplicity and normality of the Mini, but if you're a bit of a tech geek like me, you will absolutely love it inside this Honda. It all centres around this massive display up front. So you've got the driver's display, that's pretty simple. You've only really got speed and trip information to contend with, and a few nav info arrows if you want them up there. But the two screens up here, both 12.3 inches and are completely interchangeable. So you can have nav on one side and music on the other, or vice versa, and it's really easy to change them. It's a shame that nav graphics themselves are a little bit out of date, but don't worry, you can override those with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Elsewhere, you've got the two door mirrors on the side, which obviously come through to these two screens. Every Honda E comes with a standard fit HDMI input, which means in theory, you can connect up a games console or stream movies direct from your phone to your car's screen. Now, it's all designed to make your wait at a charging point all that more enjoyable, but we reckon more owners are going to spend their time scrolling through their emails or going inside to get a coffee. Honda has decided to separate out the air conditioning controls and not include them in the Tech Fest on the screens. Now, we really like this because it means it's really easy just to change the fan speed or the temperature on the fly.
Every Honda E gets climate control, heated seats, keyless entry, adaptive cruise control, front and rear parking sensors, a rear view camera, automatic wipers, LED headlights and 16-inch alloy wheels. This will likely suffice for most buyers, but for a few quid more per month you can opt for the advanced trim like our car. Here you get an upgraded sound system, a heated steering wheel and windscreen, blind spot monitoring and automatic parking. There are 5 colours to choose from: yellow, blue, black, white and grey, and you can switch out the black seat fabric in favour of brown should you wish. The options list is surprisingly short though, limited to a few sticker packs and different wheel designs, but don't see that as a bad thing. The Honda comes pretty well equipped straight out of the box.
On the road, the Honda E isn't as fast as rivals like the BMW i3, but there's more than enough punch on offer to exploit that sense of fun. The entry-level model will do 0 to 60 miles an hour in 8.5 seconds, whilst the more expensive and more powerful advanced model that we're driving does it in 8.3 seconds. But it's the 0 to 30 mile an hour time that matters more in small electric city cars like this, and the Honda E certainly isn't lacking in that department. There's plenty of zip away from the lights, and you'll never struggle pulling away from junctions with a simple single pedal, put your foot down and go. It's assertive in the way it darts through traffic, and the tight turning circle means that car parks and city streets are no trouble at all. There are 7 levels of brake regen, and they're all adjusted via these paddles on the steering wheel, which operate in much the same way you would use a gearbox in an automatic petrol car. The strongest setting really does allow for one pedal driving. It all bleeds in really nicely though, and we really love this style of driving. True, it's not for everyone, and for some people they'll just use a coasting mode, but we really like it and we love the progressive nature of it.
There's seating for 4 in the Honda and a surprising amount of leg and headroom that will comfortably accommodate 2 adults behind a fairly tall driver. There's no middle seat in the back, however. Admittedly, the 171-litre boot is rather small. One airline cabin-sized bag will take up the majority of the space, so you need to pack light if you're going away. There's no storage for the cables under the boot floor, but the seat backs fold down, albeit in one piece, should you need a bit more space.